Hello, Joshua here. So now we're ready to get started writing code. Are you excited? All right, let's get to it. As you can see, I'm already on my browser, and like I explained before, we're going to be writing JavaScript code, and we'll be using our browser to display the output of our code. Even though there are other ways, but for this tutorial, we're using the browser. The first thing I would want you to do is to download a zip file with the link that will be right here in the description. Do download that zip file. Now, after you've downloaded the zip file, do come to your file explorer, okay, with whatever OS you're using, and just create a dedicated folder for this course. You can see I've called mine thoughts and I've put it in my C drive. Right there, you can bring the zip file, and the next thing is just to extract the files. So I'll be doing an extract here, and I no longer need the zip file, so I will just delete that. If you've done this, you should have an index.html file and a script.js file. One is a HTML file, the other is a JavaScript file. Because we're working with a browser, we need to be able to open the page on the browser, and we need HTML for that. And we need our JavaScript file to write our JavaScript code. So I've added these two files. So we're going to open the index.html in our browser, but we will be writing our code using the script.js file. To open the index.html file in the browser, you can just double click. If your browser has been set up to open HTML files, that will open it in the browser. So if I do double click this, you see that it opens in the browser. It's a blank page. Of course, you wouldn't be seeing anything, but you would notice that the address bar shows that location in my computer, C drive dot and the index.html file. If, for instance, you haven't set up HTML files to be opened with your browser by default, you can actually just take this index.html file and drag it to the browser, drop, and it should open there as well. Alright, now if you've been able to open it in the browser, the next thing is for us to write our code. Please note I've connected this script.js file to our index.html file, and I also added a little style. So make sure you have this and the script. We wouldn't be changing what is in the index.html file, at least for now, just the script file, but we need both of them for what we're doing to work. And also, don't bother what is there. Don't try to understand what's happening there. You would get to understand that later on as we go on in this course. For now, we're just starting with our blank JavaScript file. To work with the JavaScript file, do right click on it, and you can click on edit. This should open it with a text editor, a notepad in my case, and you can see it's empty. If you don't have notepad, or if this doesn't open notepad for you, or if you have your own editor you want to use, you can right click on the file, go to open with, and select the editor that you want, or choose another app if it is not listed. I will still select notepad. Okay, so now we are set up. We have our browser with our HTML file, and we have notepad, our text editor with a JavaScript file. It's time to write some code. In this first tutorial, we're not going to be doing anything complex. We are just going to write a very basic program. And what I'm going to write, it's a program that will just let us show a text. So the computer will just show a text to us. Remember, your code is the instruction. The instruction you give to the computer, it's what the computer will do, provided the computer understands what you are saying and you are following the rules of the programming language. Now, you are very much free to just copy exactly what you see. Don't try to understand it yet. We will get to the understanding part. For now, just copy it as you see it and write it yourself. Okay, So to show something to us right on our browser screen, I'm going to use the computer instruction document dot write, and I will open the brackets, open a quote, and write hello world. Close the quotes, close the brackets, and add a semicolon. Alright, so this is a very basic instruction, and what it's doing is just telling the computer to print out hello world, or to display hello world right in the browser screen. Okay, so it's just document dot write, open brackets, single quotes, hello world, close the single quotes, close the brackets, and then a semicolon. That's all you need for now. Alright, if you write that, make sure you save. You can use Ctrl S, or if you just like to take the long road, you can go to File and click on Save. Now once you've done that, you can come to the browser and reload. As soon as you reload, what is this we see? Hello world. We once had a blank screen because there was no instruction, but now we've written an instruction telling the computer to say hello world to us, and it did exactly just that. This is how programming works. You write an instruction in code this way, and your computer carries out that instruction and gives you the feedback or gives you the output, and everyone is happy. Okay, this is our very first program, and you can see it might look a bit strange to you, right? But don't get overwhelmed yet. Okay, we're going to understand why this works. For now, just write what you see and take this as an instruction that tells the browser to write hello world to the screen for us to see.